Hey, free thinkers. There's a post that I'm gonna let come up after this video that I'm doing, and I want you to see that in New York City, the school system has found 121 teachers. Department of Investigation have found 121 teachers that are having that are engaging with sexual acts with our children. Okay, and the system decided to keep it a secret because they didn't want it getting out. But I know this was going to happen once they got out of school, because a lot of these perversion that's happening is for people that think they could do these things and get away with it because they have to remove God out of school. So imagine your children getting calls from their teacher after school hours, and you're not paying attention to it because you're thinking that they're helping your children after school hours by calling them, but they're not calling them to talk about the text for tomorrow morning in their school book. They're calling to talk to them about sex in school. Okay, so 121 teachers have they found that we're having sexual misconduct with the students in the school, whether it be male or female. But these teachers have been doing this for a while now because they have them on the radar, but they keep it quiet. It is kind of disheartening to know that you send your children to school to be taught by and put them in the hands of these people, and to find out that while your children are in school, these people are teaching them perversion. Okay, not what you send them to school to do, but to do something else with your children. You're entrusting these people with your children. So there is a article from the New York Post that I'm going to show you. That's going to come in after this video, and I think that this is wrong because they're more concentrating on other things, but don't want to bring this to let people know what's going on. And I think there's something wrong with this. So I wanted you to see this post, and then I'm going to make my comments after this. Free thinkers. So now that you guys seen the post that I put up for their schools, there is a teacher in New Jersey, allegedly. It's allegedly because they haven't been found guilty yet. And in America, which is a beautiful thing, you're innocent until found guilty. But this teacher was entrusted with an 11-year-old boy, and somehow I don't know how this 11-year-old boy got to be living with her, but she's 33, and I think when he became 13, she has a child with this 13-year-old boy. She's 33 years old, and she has a child by this 13-year-old, allegedly, right? Because it's still going through the process. But from what's going on right now, this young boy, for some reason, I guess, kept going to her house to be tutored or something. But while he's been tutored, she's been having sex with him, again allegedly, because it's still pending. So the court, the justice system made so many mistakes in getting evidence to where they basically said that this was the little boy's child, but didn't get the DNA test done yet. And while you may disagree with the judge, the law is what kept her out of jail, because they did not test the DNA to see if this was the little boy's child. So until that's done, it's pending. The judge allowed her to leave. So everybody go, well, that's not fair. She should be in jail. But the legal system is what's in play here. You have to respect the legal system, whether it's corrupted or not. And I don't, in my opinion, I think the prosecutor jumped the gun before doing the right thing. So they let her out on bail, but to see her family around her and they're standing by her, I think it's disingenuous that this little boy now um, is going to grow up, because statistics already show that little boys grew up to be has a different outlook in life than little girls. And I'm not saying it's wrong on either side. I'm saying it's wrong, period, whether it be boy or girl. But you're robbing them of their innocence, right? So this little boy technically is not going to want to date no little girl. He's going to want older women. Always going to want older women, because that's what he's been exposed to. So his youth has been taken away from him. his appetite is now open at 13. And to know that he was being entrusted in the teacher's hands, and this is what the teacher decided to do with this little boy. Okay, so at some point we have to make sure that you go to your school on open school night, you talk to your children about the teacher, check your children's phone. I don't want to hear about it's their phone. If they're on your plan, it's your phone. We have to now make sure that our children are being not being violated by these schools, because again, they're not trying to um make it be public because they don't want the government coming down on them. But then they put our children out into the world, and we're trying to figure what happened to this child. Why is this child reacting like this? This is why. This is why. So it's going to be up to the parents now, and it's kind of unfair because we've been trying so hard to make sure that our children get the right, go to the right avenue and venues and process, and to know that this is what happening. So we the parents now have to go make sure that we check our children's phone. We see what's going on in school with them. Show up at the parent teachers meeting. Talk to them about their children. If you have daughters, talk to them about the male teacher they're interacting with. If you have sons, talk to them about the female teacher they're interacting with. See how they dress. Talk to others. It's just so much you're going to have to do now to protect your child, and it's kind of unfair because you're sending your children to these people for 8 hours, thinking that you're teaching them how to read and write, and that's not what we're teaching our children in school. So free thinkers, we got to be vigilant because of the last administration, a lot of things were put to the front of the table, the table, which should have never been put like that. So we're going to have to be vigilant and make sure that we are at the forefront of how our children are getting raised. Free thinkers.